I hope I still have my data analysts and enthusiasts in the house. So now let's talk about how to position yourself in the data analysis space. And for that person that asks that it looks like I have everything figured out, if you have everything figured out in one career path, it's always an opportunity for you to add. One thing I always tell our students is that if you've passed through a career path, if you get a job, come back to add to your skill sets. Be that project. You never know. It's not even about that job now. It's about adding what will now be an advantage for you to get your next promotion, your next job. You might get tired of your complacency in your current role if it looks like, okay, I figured it all out, Always add always add. Some of our students, they pass through our project management, they come back to learn data analysis so they can learn how to apply analytical skills to their experience as a BA or as a PM. So that's something you might also want to consider. But now let's talk about data analysis and business intelligence. They are the backbone of data-driven decision-making in any organization. I used to be a senior finance analyst, and I can bet that that is so true, right? Data analysts transform raw data into actionable insights that help businesses understand trends and predict outcomes and also optimize operations. Their roles are crucial across sectors from finance to retail. So I know some of you will be like, boss, SOC code 3544 data analyst is not is not a highly skilled role. Like I said, that is even an advantage, because if between now and 2026, if you have a role that is paying like 36 or 37K and the company is willing to sponsor, you can get that job and get a sponsorship while you work towards getting a higher pay, later. But you don't have to earn 41K as a data analyst job title to get sponsored, right? And if you are still just, considering what's positioning, if you have previous background, you can always add your previous background to data to actually secure tech-related roles in your existing field. Okay, for those with finance backgrounds, pivoting to specialized roles such as risk analyst, credit analyst, finance analyst can also lead to sponsorable opportunities. Your positioning and the specific job title you target are paramount. And guess what? One thing that is actually a very big truth is that if a company is willing to sponsor you, all these codes, they don't matter. They won't matter. They will just find one that is related to the role that is closest to it and pick it and sponsor you. So one thing you need to work on is actually more of your skill sets and being that person that companies will do anything to sponsor, rather than being over too detailed on the codes as well. Okay, so talking about codes to position yourself for, if you have like public health background, you can add data analysis to that to position yourself for public health analyst role under the code 2155. We have a lot of our students that are social and adult care intelligence analysts, public health care analysts and the likes. Okay, under the code 2133, we've got the IT business analysts, we've got the data engineers, we've got the data architects as well in this space. Also 2422, we've got finance analysts, investment analysts, and credit analysts, risk analysts. Okay, so risk analyst is 2431, and then we've got 2433 actuarial analysts, and then 2434, we've got intelligence analyst. So that's business intelligence analyst, management information, management intelligence analyst, and the likes. And then we have the final 3544, which is the one that is a medium skilled on the shortage list. Guys, this one has a wide range. Don't say, oh, they say data analyst is no longer. It's not true. You can be a finance analyst. Finance analyst, I told you what my starting salary was in the UK when I first moved here. It was £60,000. If I needed sponsorship in that role, it's way qualified for it. Okay, so they are like high-paying roles that you combine your data analytical skills with to position yourself for the tech part of that role. Okay, so we have it again here, code 2133, 2115, 2422, 2431, skills such as SQL, Power BI, Tableau, Excel, and the likes. And, now let's talk about our data analysis and business intelligence bootcamp. It's a 10 weeks training that takes you through Excel, Power BI, Tableau, and SQL and AI. And when we say AI, what we mean is, application of AI, not that you learn to become an AI engineer, because our course is a low code, no code course, right? So throughout the program, you acquire the practical experience working with up-to-date data, loads of individual and group projects for hands-on experience as well. So you work individually to get, proficiency in those tools. And you would also work with a group in your desired industry. So you get to choose your industry. If you are interested in finance, you and some other finance related enthusiasts will work on a client project in the finance industry. If you're interested in health and care, you would look at, you work on a project that shows the application of data analysis in the health and care industry. And then we have the marketing and sales. We have the which other one? We have marketing, finance, tech, and healthcare. Okay, so who can take this course? Entry-level professionals or anyone at all looking to transition into data analysis, anyone who wants to gain analytical skills as well to enhance and stand out in their current profession. If you're in HR and you want to go the tech way, learn data analysis, position yourself for like compensation analyst, HR analyst, be dealing with the numbers and not the regulatory law. We have a lot of people that are like HR people that they've been struggling to get jobs in the UK in HR because they don't have that environmental or the legal regulatory background. By the time they did our analysis course, and on your CV you can put a blend of the two. So they put their first HR analyst role from us because they have the HR background plus data here, and they did a project on HR. There's the HR too on the project. They were able to integrate and get their first HR related role in this UK. Even supply chain, we have a lot of people that have combined data to their current role and been able to get, relevant jobs. Okay, so with our bootcamp, you learn Excel, SQL, Tableau, Power BI, and PowerPoint. Talking about the codes, I think I've shared the codes in other slides. Here are some roles that some of our alumni have gotten with the NHS. For that person that asked earlier, if you can, talk about your projects to get a job in NHS. Regardless, we have a lot of students in NHS that are thriving and doing really well. We have students that are data analysts, finance analysts, reporting analysts, healthcare analysts, clinical data analysts, BI analysts, population health analyst, public health intelligence analyst, social care information analyst, business intelligence analyst. These are actual roles that people that have passed through our boot camps are now doing in the NHS. Okay, so I'm going to introduce you to a couple of our students as well. As you can see, I'm always proud when I, just see LinkedIn profiles, because not all the students actually connect with me personally, but of course they connect with the RKY page. And then when I just see someone on LinkedIn and I see, okay, this person passed through our bootcamp and now, they are now working as a data analyst. So we can see Kunle on the left. Kunle passed through our bootcamp and now is a data analyst at Prologue Fulfillment Global. We also have Christiana. Christiana also passed through our bootcamp, and she's now working as a sales data analyst in One Advanced. These are true success stories, real people, real profiles, real success stories. So if you are looking to get trained in a company where you know that, you are actually what you get, I mean, what they say is what you get, then this is the right place, for you. In the bootcamp as well, like I said, you get to work on projects for practical work experience. You can see we also have a data insights day where our students come to present their projects to stakeholders. If you don't follow us on YouTube, go find us on YouTube, RKY Careers. We have a lot of all these sessions where our students present either their IT projects from the project management and product side or BA side, as well as data inside day where they present their data side. And we have judges, our students that are in industry that are doing well, they come back to tell us, okay, what you presented is okay. This is very similar to what I do in my role. I mean, there's nothing like having that community, spirit and everything. And we have a lot of our students out there in top roles doing really well. So they come back to review, the project and be a judge on the insights day. You can visit our YouTube, RKY Careers, to see our previous data insights days. Okay, so training perks, just like the project management training, this is a 10 weeks training. You would learn data extraction with SQL, data visualization with Excel and Power BI. You build beautiful dashboards. You gain business intelligence skills and a lot of soft skills as well. So based on everything I've said, you get your CV done, LMS, work experience on your CV and so on and so forth. But you get to pay £599 if you are securing your slot today, which I feel is a very great discount. You do that with the link that has been dropped in the chat box. Secure your slots today. Guess what, guys? If you're looking for visa sponsorship, it's not going to come and knock on your door. If you're currently in support and care work and you're tired of it, your next job offer is not going to come and knock on your door. You need to continue to position yourself. You would never know which one, even I have people that are already sponsored. I know. Okay, so there was this nurse she's a nurse, she's sponsored, she was brought as a nurse, and now she has changed 2 sponsorship jobs in this era where people are not getting jobs. She moved from nursing sponsorship to projects manage no to BA sponsorship first, and now NHS, where she used to work as a nurse before, they are calling her back for an opportunity as a PM. They are looking to increase her salary. They also are ready to sponsor her. They really need her back because she's bringing that healthcare background and nursing background and helping them implement projects that will improve either patients' pathways or waiting for whatsoever their projects are there. So there's somebody looking for your unique experience. That your projects plus healthcare, there's somebody looking for it. That your public health plus data or BA or PM, there's someone looking for it. You just need to make sure you continue to add what people are looking for that will make you, get more stronger as a brand. Okay? So the data analysis class is for 10 weeks. It happens on Saturday and Sunday, 5 to 7 p.m. The next start date is 30th of August. Okay, I'll take a couple of questions. So guys, the link has been dropped. Let's start securing our slots. We don't actually have big classes. We like to keep our classes small. So we would actually get sold out pretty quickly. So I have a background in public health and I enrolled in the PM BA program. What career path am I eligible for, please? You are eligible for as many project management related roles as possible, as well as many BA related roles as possible. Okay, either in the health, public health, or even tech. That's the power of being able to position yourself. You pick and choose. So this person I'm talking about, the nurse, right? Her first role was industry. She got a tech role as a BA. They were paying her 55K. They were paying her sign-up bonus. They were paying her medical, all those free perks, And she said she used it to gain experience. But she said she would really like to go back to the one she's just got in healthcare because they are slower paced, But the thing is that if she didn't pass through this boot camp, she would only think nursing is the only thing she can do. I know so many people that are stuck. They spend so many years going back to school to do nursing, but they finish and they find out they don't really want to do nursing. They want to get into tech, or you are in care, or whatever role. Nothing is impossible, and thank God for this location we are. The fact that you are 40 or you're in your mid-50s does not mean you cannot start a new career path. And the good thing is that in our own boot camps, we don't train you to be a beginner. We train you to be an expert, to compete with other people that are like you. Let me tell you a secret. At our boot camps, you get to start a project from start to finish, right? However, there are some people that have held your job title that you are coveting, right? But they can't deliver a project from start to finish. There are so many project managers out there on the job that have only been part of a project at the beginning stage because the projects they've been on has not finished since they started it. There are so many projects that have been on for years, ages, especially in this civil service and NHS field. So they've not had the opportunity to do more than that. And there are so many people that got a job as a BA, and the only thing they used to give her is just be doing process mapping of this one. The person has not seen the full project life cycle, which you will see, you will experience, and also in a learning environment where you can safely make mistakes and learn from it without it costing a company anything. Rather than you making that mistake because you managed to scale interview, and then they will now sack the person at the end of the day because the person has cost the company a whole lot. Yeah. So who is here under RKY? please, can you attend to people asking questions about the Klarna stuff in the chat box and drop the links, please? Please, how can I use Klarna to pay small, small and enroll today, please? So there's a link and the link will be dropped again. Okay, which of these classes is best from someone with legal background? If you're someone with legal background, you can actually pivot anywhere. You can consider compliance if you don't want to go into tech, and you can do data. You can do see, the best thing. What I love about this legal is that you can combine it with data and be an intelligence analyst. You can combine it with PMBA, and you be a project compliance. I mean project person in the legal industry. You can combine it with anything. But what you just need to know is your own advantage. Because I have legal background, I'm a data analyst, right? So I'll try to apply to jobs in the legal industry so that my previous experience will be to my advantage. They will not say, oh, we love you, you are very good, but you don't have a legal background, And that's one thing we teach our students, knowing their advantage and leveraging and using their advantages. Okay. So I hope you guys have secured yourselves for data. We've taken so much time, so we need to move really fast. Okay, I've got another beautiful face coming on board. I've got Hannah Olagunju. Hannah, if you're there, while people are securing their slots, please come on board. And for that person asking about supply chain, you see, Hannah is a supply chain. Oh, she currently works as a supply chain data analyst at a construction company. She enrolled in the RKY Careers UK Data Analysis Bootcamp to strengthen her skills and gain valuable experience. I'm not going to read anymore. I'm going to let Hannah to share her story herself. Hannah, are you there? Is Hannah with us?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, Hannah, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you too?
Good. I'm very well, thank you as well. Good to have you here. Thank you so much. I'm sure that you guys thought this would be over by now, and I just kept talking and talking. But anyways, I'm happy to have you here. Thank you for staying, and thank you for accepting to share your experience. This is not taken for granted. It's very much appreciated. Please tell us about yourself, your journey, and your experience at RKY Careers.
All right, thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Hannah Olagunju, and I currently live in London, and I work as a supply chain data analyst in a construction company here in London. So I manage procurement data, track orders, monitor suppliers' performance, and provide actionable insights to improve efficiency and cost saving. So when I moved to the UK, I came in for my MSc. I did my MSc in data science, and I've actually worked as a data analyst before, even before coming to the UK. But I just noticed, I started applying for countless jobs. I sent in countless applications, and if you're in the UK, you know the norm, the unfortunately norm. So I continued getting my the feedback, unfortunately. So but one day I just came across a post on Instagram. It was an RKY post, and it's really caught my attention. So I had to visit the site. I learned more about the services and all that. So then I decided to just go in for the full package. Everything, the cohorts, the CV and LinkedIn optimization, and the classes was just everything you can think of. Coach Ruki has said it all. There's nothing I want to really say again, but she has said it all. But the classes are just so interactive, practical, and tailored for UK market. And the best part is that almost immediately after I completed the course and they updated my CV, my LinkedIn profile, I started having recruiters themselves. They were reaching out to me on Instagram, sorry, on LinkedIn rather. I said, sorry, I'm in the car, so you might be hearing some background noises. I'm so sorry about that. So recruiters started reaching out to me, and I started getting um interview invitations like that from different. Even I got one from Amazon at that particular period, and I got from NHS. I got from where I'm working, and the good thing was that I got two job offer even at the same time. I got one
Wow.
with the NHS, and I got one with this construction company where I'm working with. So, but I just had to choose this one because of the hybrid working and better salary and all that. So it has been a fulfilling journey though so far, and I didn't regret it. And I just want to encourage everyone who feels stuck right now, don't give up. Just give it a try. you know, and I believe at the end of it, good thing will definitely come out of it. Definitely. I just believe that. Thank you so much, everyone.
Oh, thank you so much, Hannah. Thanks for sharing your journey. Do we have any questions for Hannah? And thank you. I know that you are in between, so I appreciate one of the things we struggle with for most people is the availability. People are really either working or busy. Right. So anyone that actually, says yes to come share their experience, we always don't take it for granted. Thank you so much. Okay, so I'm going to take questions in the chat box. I'm thinking to apply for PMB. I don't have any data analysis experience. Would you recommend data analysis for me instead of PMB? Right. Is that because you have supply chain background as well? Anna, do you want to answer that? Did you struggle to find, did you, so let me ask the question in another way. When you study supply chain, because I know a lot of graduates of supply chain that don't always know what jobs they can apply for in that supply chain space, which is why I always encourage people, add tech to it. And then they will employ you because of the analyst that you are. Not, and this supply chain will be an advantage, but there will be another thing. But anyway, my question to you, Anna, is that did you apply the jobs you said you were getting, the interviews? Was it particularly supply chain analyst they were interviewing you for all those roles as well? Would you say supply chain analyst on its own is very much in demand and you were being interviewed for that role? Or it was a wide range of roles based on your entire, skills and CV? And, if you can also answer the lady's question.
Well, thank you. I was actually interviewed majorly for the data analyst role, not the supply chain role. So my other interviews I got were based on analyst role, data analyst, um, data science roles and all that. So, but this supply chain, when I saw it, I just went for it. I didn't say okay, maybe because I don't have a supply chain background. I don't know anything about supply chain, but I just had to read about it before going in. I just went in with my data analyst experience, you understand? So I went in there and it was more of they wanted someone who was very good with Power BI. So which is something we also did at the boot camp. So I know Power BI well and I can actually talk about it. I could interact and use the basic knowledge I just got by reading stuff about supply chain just to there are sometimes you apply for job. There's no job you apply for that they won't train you when you get there. So that's just the major thing I want everyone to have in mind. So you don't have to know everything. You can't know it all. But if you know the basics, then just go for it and something good will definitely come out of it.
Okay, thank you for that. Um, I think I have a question, but how long did it take you from training with RKY to landing your job? And I think that question is for you.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess when I took the course, I was still in school then. So I just quickly took the course then. After the course, I didn't submit my I didn't submit So after taking the course, I didn't submit my password or my email address for them to optimize my LinkedIn or even my CV. So I just went off for a while and I just concentrated on my MSc. Then after that, I guess a month after my graduation, so someone reached out to me telling me, "Oh, I've not sent in my details for them to do this for me." So I had to quickly send it in, and after doing that, within a month, I said it was immediately after my LinkedIn was optimized. I started getting calls. I started getting messages from recruiters, and like I let me just say a month I started but the job process is not like immediately. Most times you
Yeah.
get the interview, you have to go for like two interviews or three
Mm-hmm.
interviews like that. So it took me a while. The interviews took time, especially for the construction one. It was like two or three interviews. So and after that, we were even struggling about the pay because I gave them a higher pay, and that was not even within their reach. So they wanted me, but they couldn't pay what I was even offering. So they had to keep talking and talking and talking and calling me to try to see if I can reduce my my pay so they can afford it. So I was still standing on it, and but it was, let me just say, after my LinkedIn optimization, that same week, I started getting calls from recruiters and all that. So
Wow. So the power of RKY LinkedIn optimization as well. You know what? I mean, thanks for sharing that, by the way, and congratulations once again. And that's why, for all the things we've mentioned as spec individually, they are all like delivered at excellence. I don't know if you get what I mean. Look at the reference that the last person spoke about as well. The fact that, just because you might see it as just a listing, but at every stage you need each of those services, it won't be a hurdle. It won't be a problem for you to get, it done. Even the work experience we talk about, when it's time, yeah, you're supposed to get it, you get it. When you need your reference, we have a process, and we are a systems and tech driven company as well. There's a process that ensures that people are not left hanging, or so even if it's your LinkedIn optimization, you get the best out of it. So congratulations, Anna. We need to move really fast, and so I'll take a couple of questions. I don't think there's anyone specific. For someone that's got zero experience in tech, what course can one consider that is not too cumbersome to assimilate? To be honest, I don't know what you mean by cumbersome, but none of our roles require coding, or a lot of our trainings require coding. But you need to still put in the work, and you need to have that open mindset to learn, because it's not just about cumbersome. When you get the job as well, you need to be able to do it right. So whether it's project management or BA or product or Scrum or even compliance, right? They're not tough to deal with. You've heard, someone say she used to be shy, but when she joined the PMBA bootcamp, she opened up her mindset, she put herself everywhere. What's most important, to be honest, when they even say tech now, it's nothing in particular. Tech is not anything, it's a mindset, it's your ability to continue to learn something new, because there will always be something new to learn in tech. So it's that ability to open your mind to keep learning. Because even if it's Excel, you learn Excel today, there'll be something new tomorrow. But can you learn it? Can you stay up to date when new things come up? And that's what we need to train ourselves to be adaptable. Remember, I said at the start as well. So I won't say this in particular or anyone, Thank you, Anna. Okay, I think I've taken that one. Okay. Um Okay, so thank you so much, Anna. From the accelerator program, do you have to wait for the cohorts in training? And some of us might be pressed with time. So I think we have one starting August 17. I think is on this slide somewhere. So you might want to hang around. But I think we have one starting on 17. But you can chat with the numbers to get the exact start dates, Right. So the LinkedIn optimization is done for us and we assisted. Is that a question or a comments? So we do the LinkedIn for you, right? Based after we've done your CV, we do this LinkedIn for you. So do we get step by step up through Excel? It's showing us Shege this one. I don't understand is that questions? But anyway, we help you, every step of the way. However, you need to be the one to do the assimilation. We'll train you on Excel, on Power BI, on Tableau, and on SQL. Okay, I hope that answers your questions, Mile. I currently work in healthcare as a caregiver with zero experience in tech. Can I also do the course? Yes. If you don't want to do data, if you don't want to do number-related course, go for project management and business analysis. But by the way, I'm not saying that project management and business analysis too is not tough. It's just that it's not number-related. But guess what? Everybody needs it. You can't run away from data. And I tell people, even if you do PM and BA and you become a project manager, you need to come back to the data. Everybody needs data. A project manager needs to be analytical. A compliance professional needs analysis, because there are some doors that it will now open for you. See, now she's a supply chain person. Now she has added data to it. And she's now a supply chain data analyst. There are so many people, projects related people to that, because they can now use data to so regardless of your role, if you finish, if like you are in some people that are cybersecurity, they have interest in cybersecurity. I don't know if you guys know that, but immigrants struggle to get cybersecurity related roles because it requires security clearance, which you need to have lived in the UK for 5 years. But I will tell you confidently that we've helped about 4 people get cybersecurity related roles, not because we train in cybersecurity, but because they added data analysis to it, and they were given a job that would focus more on the data skills they have. So what I always tell people is that don't feel that there's any situation you are that is stuck. There's always something you can add to it to open another new pathway of doors for yourself. And the good thing is that in our bootcamp already, you're opening two pathways together for yourself because our courses are like 2-in-1 already. Okay? Okay, so someone said, as a cybersecurity analyst, do I also need this course? I didn't even know that I was going to get a cybersecurity person. But yes, as a cybersecurity analyst, you can add data analysis to that. So either position yourself for full cybersecurity analyst role or data analyst role. Okay? I studied languages, French to be precise, as an undergraduate. Please, which course would be recommended? I have zero tech experience. For that person that studied French, I will tell you that you're sitting on a very big advantage as well. And which is why our approach at RKY, where we emphasize advantage, is what is helping our students stand out. As someone that studied French, there are so many roles where French is what would make you qualify for those roles. For instance, we had a student, she did project management with us. She also studied French, in Nigeria. She did her MSc in French here. And as saturated as some roles might be, because she has that advantage of being able, if you can speak French, I would say you can do anyone. Choose project management and BA. That was what this person did. And then she highlighted the fact that she can speak French on her CV. And there was a job that it was a project coordinator role, and they only needed French speakers. That role has cut out a lot of people, but for you, you have an advantage there. There are so many. If you are a French speaker, you're trying to apply to role, just put French on your job search, and get jobs that are looking for French speakers. Then look for the tech ones among them that you're qualified for and apply to them. The competition will be less because you are unique. Not all project managers have French as their advantage. Okay? So you can choose anyone you want and then leverage your advantage in French. See, be it French, be it Big Four. If you've worked in Big Four before, in Nigeria or anywhere, that is an advantage. Okay? That you would emphasize on your CV. So you need to understand the uniqueness of your advantage and use it. Your French speaking ability, it has to be a keyword on your CV so that when ATS, when you are searching for jobs that need French, it is there. The fact that you can speak French, if it's only in your head and not on paper and on your LinkedIn, it's not going to help you. Okay? So, very true about French. There was a role that I fit into and ticked all the boxes, but they wanted a French speaker and the pay was good. So, being multilingual is a huge advantage. You see, guys, so it's an advantage, but it's not just about having advantage, it's about knowing how to use it and wield it to our favor. Okay, so let's move on very quickly.